Hello and welcome to the Off Topics podcast where we are launching our singing careers day by day. My name is Jenny.
And I'm Karen.
And Karen is obsessed with doobie doobie doos.
Yeah, if anybody's familiar with TikTok, I think we can all agree that little it's like that little dainty music that's like doobie doobie doo. It's like, it's been stuck in my head all day. Kind of like elevator music.
All I could think about is the Agent P, Phineas and Ferb. Doobie doobie doo up, doobie doobie doo up.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. So how was your week, Jen?
I was in pain.
Pain?
My wisdom tooth's infected.
Oh, not fun, not fun.
Yeah, I'm on antibiotics as we speak, which, by the way, I had to take.
Oh, all right.
So
awesome.
Karen will be talking to you for a second.
Yeah, no, wisdom teeth pain is not fun. Not that I've ever experienced it, but I've heard horror stories enough where I'm like,
Lucky
I'm good.
You.
I am very lucky. I am. Just you wait. I'm going to have the worst experience in the next few months because I'm going to jinx myself. But, yeah.
Have you ever had your wisdom teeth x-rayed or anything?
Yeah. They're still in the same position that they've been forever. They're kind of right beneath my gum surface. And they just haven't moved in years.
Are they straight?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Because my x-ray was fucking crazy. So the bottom teeth are completely lying down. Complete sideways.
How is that possible?
Well, my teeth are fucked to begin with because my last tooth before my wisdom tooth is actually already sideways. So when I had braces, they actually had to bend the wire just to get it to my last tooth.
Oh, damn. I do remember you had braces for many, many years. And then
It's because I didn't want to wear the rubber bands because the rubber bands made me look too much like a nerd.
Yeah, then you didn't want to wear the head. What was it? A headgear thing?
Yeah, they make you wear a headgear to go to bed.
Yeah, you didn't wear that either.
No.
Which didn't help.
By the way, everybody, just wear the fucking rubber bands no matter how many Ugly Betty comparisons you're getting daily.
Nobody was comparing you to Ugly Betty.
You were the one comparing me to Ugly Betty.
Nobody. Literally half of our class had rubber bands in their braces.
They looked disgusting.
They did, but then nobody was going to judge you because literally the other half of the class would have been like, yeah, I look like freaking Ugly Betty too. You guys could have formed an alliance or something.
Just wear your rubber bands. Unless you're me and then you waited till college when you absolutely did not have to speak at all. So all you had to do was wear the rubber bands and just stay silent.
Yeah, that could have worked too.
You're doing a great job talking while I'm taking my medicine.
Oh yeah, I am just a chatterbox today. I don't know what to say.
You make it up as you go along. You never talk to a wall?
No.
All you gotta do is draw a smiley face on it. It has its own personality.
I'm guessing you're speaking from experience.
No.
No.
I definitely never watched paint dry either.
Oh God, I feel very sorry for you right now.
It was called quarantine. Nothing better to do.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I took up cooking and baking during quarantine.
I became such a good chef. The greatest chef, really. My pizzas, fantastic. My bread, delightful.
I wouldn't know because you've never given me anything.
My meatball parm from scratch. Oh my God. Chef's
Once again, I wouldn't know because you never gave it to me. You kept saying, oh yeah, I'm going to make it for you. I'm going to make it for you. Never.
Because then I got bored and moved on. Have we not learned from episode 3, technically?
I guess not because I'm still here waiting for it now that you brought it up again. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. The meatballs from Costco comes in a big bag. Really good. Just throw some sauce on there. Please tell me you make your own sauce.
The hell I look like? Martha Stewart? Ina Garten?
We live in New Jersey.
Exactly. We live in New Jersey. Why would I need to make my own sauce?
Do you get Prego and shit?
No, I don't get Prego.
I hope not. Oh my God. Disgrace.
God, no.
Absolute disgrace.
I'm not that bad. I also add herbs and spices to any sauce that I do buy.
I just make everything from scratch.
Well, good for you. Some of us don't have time for that.
It's not hard.
It's not about it being hard, Jenny. It's about not having time.
You don't have time just to add spices and like cut onions and garlic?
No.
Or even just buy the pre-sliced ones like a bitch?
No.
Or, well, I'm sorry. Some people are just rich. I wish I was rich. I ain't gonna pay the extra, like, fucking $2 just to get them sliced.
No, I mince my own garlic. I don't really use onions, though. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of onions.
Really?
Yeah, I'll use onion powder, but there's something about the texture of an onion that unless it's like in a pico de gallo or like a guacamole, I won't really gravitate towards onions. Like I could do without the flavor.
Huh. I mean, you could put onion powder for just, replacement.
I mean, that's what I usually use whenever I cook. If I want something with that flavor, just like a little dash of onion powder.
A little dash.
A little dash in my newly organized spice rack.
I walk in and she has like spice rack and like containers, just spice containers.
Glass jars that I bought from Amazon. Thank you, Amazon. This is not sponsored, but I wish.
Fucking wish.
And then there's like the little stickers with the spice names on it at the top, like one for the top of the lid and then one on that physical jar.
How does it feel to have your life together?
I still don't have it together because I guess I had too many spices where it didn't fit, like where the box came with like more than 20 glass jars. I went through all of them and I still needed more. So Gary had to order me an extra set.
Okay, so I have this question for everybody who tries to get organized. What do you do with the extra?
So for the most part, I actually don't have extra. It's only like the really big bottles that I buy, or containers.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever they are.
You buy the big bottles and they fit in those little shits?
No, those don't. But like any regular size spice containers.
You buy regular size spices?
Yeah, for some of them that I don't use all the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
I mean,
coriander, nutmeg, ginger, like things like that I don't really use on a daily basis. I use them every once in a while, but like Italian seasoning, basil, parsley, rosemary, those I buy like the bigger ones.
Yeah, we go through those in like 2 days if we don't buy the big ones.
Yeah, and like and also like whole peppercorns because I like my pepper freshly cracked.
Ooh, you fancy.
It honestly makes a difference.
I'm not the biggest pepper flavor person.
No. You don't know what you're missing. I feel like you just need to know what to put it in.
No, at this point, I think I'm just traumatized.
From what?
So, a lot of Filipino dishes involve peppercorns, like whole peppercorns.
Oh.
And I think I've just bitten on too many of them in my life.
Yeah, no, I don't recommend biting a whole one. Like, but, like,
it's not by choice.
Grinded one, that one's always pretty good.
When you have chicken adobo, or like literally any other Filipino dish, they always have peppercorns, and there's no choice. They just blend in, and you will bite them.
Oh, no.
And there's also another time that we're not going to get too into, but basically I read somewhere that if you're just too high, you can sniff or taste pepper, and it'll get you sober-ish. It didn't work, by the way.
Interesting. All it does is make me sneeze, so good to know.
Yeah, no. It didn't work. Traumatized. And it wasn't even me, so.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was a long night.
So, okay, so that developed kind of your fear of pepper, I guess, in a sense.
No, that was childhood trauma.
Childhood trauma from eating Filipino dishes.
Yes.
But not lumpia.
No, lumpia is great.
Yeah,
lumpia
your grandma makes the best lumpia. I still remember that one time we went over to your house and I think it was like for your birthday for a barbecue or something.
Yeah.
And she made like all these trays of lumpia and like half of them were gone by the time dinner was even starting to be made.
Yeah. Lumpia is one of the greatest dishes of all time. If you could even call it a dish. It's really just an appetizer. But she gave me the recipe and I need to try it now.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
So you definitely have to make it, and I need to be a part of that experience, and I need you
she uses like a secret recipe.
Okay, well, I just need to try it. I don't want the recipe. I just want to eat it.
I want to
master it.
I actually want to have a day where I just sit down and try to attempt to cook Filipino food. That's
like me with Spanish food. So like
I do that daily.
Well, I don't really cook a whole lot of Spanish food. One, because I've kind of got... I don't want to say this, but I got really tired of it by the time I moved out of my parents' house.
Well, yeah, because your mom cooks it every day, right?
It's all they cook. all they cook. Like
it's like how I'm so tired of rice and beans because
Exactly.
Louis is a walking rice and bean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fair. So I got really tired of Spanish food. So by the time I started learning how to cook, I was like, honestly, I don't want to make any of these things right now. Now that I'm a little bit older and I've gotten used to not living with them, I do crave some of those Spanish dishes. But I also don't want to ask my parents how to make them because
You could Google it. It's actually great.
well, like they're like your grandma's lumpia, that's a secret recipe. There's so many things that my parents have like kind of molded to their own styles over
Yeah,
the
like
years.
I need you to learn how to make your mom's empanadas.
I know. I really feel like she's trying to gatekeep.
She really has to be because those are like they're like drugs.
Whenever I ask her, she's like, I just put in so many different things. I'm like, Mom, like I need like what? She's like, oh, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm like, what is this and that? I need you to explain. Like,
Yeah,
I only know the basis.
you need to figure it out because let me tell you, I try to get some Ma's recipes and she doesn't know some of them anymore. You gotta find out before they start forgetting.
Great. Thankfully, my mom, I know she has a few written down that like my grandmother gave to her when
Organized.
she first met my dad.
I love
Because
that.
since my mom's Colombian and my dad's Cuban, when my mom married my dad, my grandmother on my dad's side was like, listen, like he'll eat the Colombian food, but he's going to want Cuban food every once in a while. And you need to learn how to make it. So like these are the recipes. And what she does, she took them throughout the years and like has like made a few adjustments, nothing major, just to be like match more of her and my dad's taste. And like everything's been fine. So like I want to get those recipes.
You have
But
to find them.
I'm nervous they're going to be like, we're going to quiz you. We're going to come for dinner. You're going to make us these dishes and we're going to give you a grade. And my parents do not hold back when it comes to like especially food. They are the first ones to rip me apart. It's part of the reason why I didn't learn how to cook until I was much older.
Really?
Yeah, no, they were very much like, this is really bland. You need to add this. You're never going to get a man or keep a man if you don't know how to cook. And I was just like,
Oof.
okay.
Oof. And then there's my mom where if we go to like a Spanish restaurant, like we went to a Spanish restaurant, I think like 2 weeks ago with my dad and she ordered paella like she usually does. Right. And we come home. She's like, Jenny, yours is better than that.
I mean, that's true love. Like the fact that your mom is like, this is better. That's amazing. I
Well,
feel like
it
my
was
parents
really
would never
bland.
say that to me.
It was really fucking bland from that place. And it was in Newark, which is really sad.
That's actually very surprising.
Yeah, because Newark food's supposed to be like really good, especially the Spanish food. But like it wasn't great. And she was right. Mine was better.
Well, at least
A little
now
pat
you
on the
know.
back.
If you ever want to open up a restaurant, you can run them out of business.
Oh my God. Me. So my mom's friend he had like this weird food truck thing. So we were making empanadas one day and I was just making the weirdest combination of empanadas that I could think of. And
What were the combinations?
like I made like pizza ones and like random like I don't even remember, but I would make dessert ones.
It's actually not that weird. There is an empanada. So in the like Midtown Times Square area, I don't know if it's happening anymore because of COVID, but they used to set up in the summer like what they would call the urban garden experiment. So they would bring a bunch of local food businesses from around New York. There were places from Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, and they would all congregate for the summer in these tents. And it would be like really interesting different cuisines that you wouldn't think of. Like one of them was an empanada food tent, and it was like dessert ones. There was a pizza one. I never tried it.
Some of the good ones are like the weirdest combinations.
Yeah. But I miss that place. They used to have like such great food. Like there would be like these really great Asian fusion places that I would get every single day because it was so good. So I really hope they bring it back.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I learned how to make whatever I'm in the mood for just so I could always constantly just randomly do it.
That's fair.
It's part of my hobbies.
I think that's a great hobby to have though. Like I love to cook and I love baking and making cocktails. Like those are like my three loves in life now. Like
I gotta learn how to make cocktails. I don't have that talent yet.
It's honestly all about just like trying as you go and eyeballing. There's no such thing as like measurements or recipes. Like you really just have to go with what you want in a drink.
Yeah, the only thing that has like recipes you need to follow is baking.
Yes, 1,000%. But
which
even
is why
baking,
I suck at it.
Even baking you can play around with sometimes. Because if you don't like a recipe, you will find out quickly what you need to eliminate or add to it.
Yeah, but it all depends on how much you add, because if you add a little bit too much, you're going to throw it off. Because it's more of a science than cooking, whereas cooking, you can kind of just throw whatever you want in somewhere.
I think you just need to know, well, what specifically you would want to add to it. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Like chocolate chips and...
I mean, listen, chocolate chips,
you can never go wrong.
More is always better, no matter what. I don't care what anybody says.
You know who could actually bake the best chocolate chips cookies? My brother.
You haven't had mine yet.
Boo Boo went on a journey during quarantine to make the best chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, are they thin? Are they thick? Like, tell me what is so amazing about these chocolate chip cookies?
I don't know. They're just really good.
Oh, were they thin? Were they thick?
They were in the medium.
In the medium. Okay, well, I have made pumpkin spice chocolate chip cookies that everybody always says are delicious.
But are they you had to try a plain chocolate chip so we could actually accurately compare.
No, but the pumpkin spice is what makes it really great.
I mean, yeah. I don't remember if I had it, honestly.
No, you definitely didn't, because you would have remembered.
Oh.
Everybody else has, but I guess you haven't. You know what? I've made them all the times that we haven't hung out.
Yeah, like all the times that I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so for your birthday, I'll make them.
Okay.
Fall-inspired chocolate chip cookies in them at the end of May.
Yep. Oh, my birthday ends on Memorial Day this year.
I did see that, yeah, and mine is the Friday before Memorial Day.
So, on Memorial Day weekend is our weekend.
Yeah, like every year.
No, there was one time, I think not too long ago, where it was the week before our birthdays.
Really?
Yeah. It ended up being like the 23rd or some shit.
Huh.
It was a long time ago.
I really don't remember that, but that's interesting.
Yeah. We're usually... I mean, I'm not partying. I don't party much, but...
Yeah, no, I don't really find any desire in going down to the Jersey Shore with the rest of the delinquents of the state and out of state that like to party there. I'm good. I don't feel like blacking out or getting my stomach pumped.
My favorite thing to go... Okay, so my favorite time of year to go down the shore is whenever it's dead.
Absolutely. That is the only time to go. I don't care what anybody says. Like, summer's the best. Oh my God. Belmar? DJs in Belmar? No.
Oh my... I love going down the shore when it's completely dead, because it's like you have... Granted, some things aren't open. Like, I don't really care for the rides, especially since I don't trust any of them.
Yeah, no.
But... Like, you get the arcades to yourself. You get the games to yourself. You get to go to whatever food place and it's going to be dead. It's great.
Yeah, like, and thank God it's better now than how it used to be when Jersey Shore was still
Oh my God, no. The amount of times I saw, randomly saw Snooki or, like, Pauly
Do you
D.
not remember the one time that I got, like, pushed by the security guards because they were walking down the boardwalk? I was like, you gotta be shitting me.
Yeah.
You really think I'm
really
go
bad. Like, you guys, I mean, I'm sure you probably didn't see it. I don't really know. I didn't watch the series, but there was always, like, a crowd of people around them.
Yeah.
And it was a mixture of fans.
They always faded it out a little bit.
Yeah.
So you couldn't fully see the extent. But no, there were like mobs of people. And I just remember this really big security dude physically picked up a little girl who was in the way.
Yeah.
And then shoved me all because they were walking down the boardwalk. I'm like,
no,
we're not doing this anymore.
Shit. And I think one of our, I don't remember who, but one of our friends were there when she got arrested. Or she was just I don't know if it was the same day, but she was carrying a big ass stuffed animal down the thing, and it was bigger than her.
Oh damn! No, I didn't remember that.
I don't know if it was Allison Dominique or somebody else. But it seemed like an Allison and Dominique story.
I feel like if anything, it would probably be Dom, because I feel like she has.
I mean, I would not doubt that
Dominique
has all the interesting
those things kind of happening around her.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. But honestly, the only reason why I even want to go down the shore is for the fried Oreos.
You can get those anywhere. And also,
I know, but
learned
there's
the
something so
secret.
nostalgic and just comforting about going down the shore for them.
I mean, I guess, but if you wanted to know, the secret is actually just using
pancake
funnel
batter.
cake mix instead of pancake mix.
Oh.
And if you wanted to know the secret of shore fries, it's soaking them in sugar water for a couple minutes before you cook them.
I did not know that.
Yep,
Good
it was
to
part
know.
of my quarantine.
Good to know. Good to know. But no, I will forever be. I also do, like, because I know if I could make it, I would make it like every other day, and then you would see me on my 600-pound life. Because I would have no self-control whatsoever.
Yeah, you would.
No, I would not.
You're starting your little health journey.
True. I did start a health journey about
A week or two?
yeah, this is like end of week 1. And like so far it's been good. I've been like waking up early to go to the gym with a friend.
Are you going to keep going? Are you
Yeah.
going to keep doing that?
I have to. I signed up for the gym with a 12-month commitment. So whether I like it or not,
Ouch.
the money's coming out for the next year. So I will continue to go. But I also have a cousin who's a dietitian or studying to become a dietitian, and her boyfriend's about to graduate. So they actually worked on a meal plan for me when I was in Colombia a few weeks ago. And it's honestly not hard. Like, I know people always say, like, oh, it's all about the portions. It's all about the portions. And I never believe them. But looking at the diet, I'm like, this is honestly doable. Like, I can still have pasta. I can still have bread. It's just like, how much of it do I have? And it's not like an insane portion where it's like, you can have a bite or a single piece of pasta. Like, no, you can have like a pretty decent portion and still feel full. And it's all about like keeping up with your metabolism and just eating constantly. So like I have like 5 meals a day technically, because I have breakfast, then a snack, then lunch, then a snack, and then dinner.
For real? I don't think I wake up early enough to do all that.
I eat super late though. Like I start my day at 9 and I end like my last meal's like around 9.
And yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
Exactly. Like it makes total sense. And like I don't go to bed feeling super full, because by the time you get to dinner, the portions are pretty small and it's pretty doable. And I guess like with the amount of water that I've been drinking recently has been helping.
To drink some. Yeah, water break. You know what's gonna suck?
What?
I have a 64-ounce water bottle so that I know I get all my water in for the day. But it has a straw. And for the next week, I'm not going to be able to drink out of a straw.
Oh, no. Wait.
You can't drink out of a straw after you get your wisdom teeth taken out.
Is 64 ounces the same as 2 liters?
I have no idea. All I know is it's 8 cups.
Well, you're supposed to have 2 liters of water a day.
I don't know. I can't math.
Please hold while we do some investigations.
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free, which is awesome, because I know starting a podcast can be really expensive, or people think it's really expensive between all the supplies you have to buy and the programs you have to download on your computer. So it's really great that you have something that makes it easier, financially at least. Nothing else though.
Yeah. You still got to do the work.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
And here's Karen with the answer.
So
It's yes question mark.
no,
It's
not
about
really.
60.
It's almost
It's about 67.
67. Let's say 68 ounces of water a day is how much you have to have. So you're 4 ounces off.
No, because what happens
of a
is I
cup.
go over the line of 64. And I actually... There's 2 sides to this water bottle. It's 64 ounces on one side, and then the other side starts at 7 a.m. But for some reason, the 7 a.m. is over the 64 ounces.
Oh.
So I actually just go to the 7 a.m. one.
Okay, so then you probably do have your water intake. Mine goes up to 2.2 liters.
Look at you go.
And I drink it every day. This is my actually second week of finishing it almost every day.
Did you suck at drinking water beforehand?
Yes, I did. I got addicted to a lot of sugary drinks like sodas, iced teas, juices, stuff like that.
The little shit that you do to change your, like, I don't want to say diet because people get triggered by the word diet because
your lifestyle,
it's so temporary. Yeah.
Or your health, your physical health, like your well-being, whatever you're putting into your body.
Yeah, like changing. I can't drink too much soda anymore. I drink soda maybe like twice a week.
Literally in this part of this meal plan, I actually can have like a light beverage, so like a Crystal Light or a diet iced tea, things with like minimal to no sugar. And I find myself like not wanting it when I can have it, which is great for me because like,
water goes with everything, but sugary drinks only goes with certain things. I feel.
Yeah, exactly. Like I physically don't mind drinking the water. I think I've gotten used to it and I love it. The only thing that I will never be able to give up is my morning coffee.
I can't drink coffee. What does it feel like?
Well, I can't really wake up until I have a cup of coffee. I used to be very addicted. I will say, like, I used to get like, and my coworkers have like yelled at me and stuff about this because they're like, "How are you still alive?" You know who you are because I know you're listening. But I used to get like my go-to Starbucks order used to be a venti double shot on ice. That has 5 shots of espresso with a little bit of milk and a little bit of sugar. But it was pure espresso.
I used to get a coffee before work, and then while I was at work, one of my coworkers, who is definitely not listening to this, one of my coworkers used to like when I got hyper off of energy drinks because I become presidential, as he said, because I'd go around, stop in my tracks, and then just wave at people, basically my coworkers, and he used to get a kick out of it. So I would drink coffee before I got to work, then drink a Monster at work because he would buy it for me. And if he saw that I finished, sometimes he would offer another one.
Oh, no. No. Well,
yeah.
I used to have, I think there was like a time in college, I think it was like maybe my senior year, maybe, where I would have that order with an extra shot maybe 2 times a day. Not always.
How is it that I'm the one who pretty much overdosed on caffeine?
Because my parents taught me at a very early age. My grandmother, who's in her early 80s now, cannot go to sleep without a fresh shot of espresso.
Damn.
Yeah. So thanks, Grandma. Because of you, I am the way I am.
I can't drink coffee anymore. I have to drink decaf if I drink coffee, which makes me not care about drinking coffee. So I can't drink any sort of caffeine, no energy drink, no nothing. I am a sad person in life. And if I do drink any sort of caffeine, like high intake of caffeine, I will have anxiety attacks and panic attacks.
I stopped drinking coffee because I noticed that it was also giving me like really bad anxiety. I was getting really stressed out. I think it was actually at the beginning of the pandemic. And it also didn't help that I wasn't really doing any physical activity, so I wasn't burning that energy. Now that I'm like going to the gym, keeping more active, I'm going into the office a lot more for work. I feel like by like a decent time, it's worn off, but it's not like I'm crashing.
I will say the good news about me not being able to drink it is I don't rely on caffeine anymore. So every time I'm hyper, I'm just genuinely hyper. Which sucks for the people around me, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's fucking great, but I've been told otherwise.
Yeah, sometimes when you get hyper, you get like a little chihuahua. Not gonna lie.
What does that mean?
You get really obnoxiously hyper.
I'm high off of life. And ADHD.
But no, I think it's great that you don't have to drink coffee to wake up. I'm not there yet. But I am down to 1 cup a day.
Congrats.
Which I think is, and it's just like a normal coffee. It's not like an espresso.
At least if you ever get pregnant, you know, you don't have to worry about it.
That's like honest. Yeah. I think what I'm going to miss the most though is sushi.
Oh my God. By the way, I should teach you how to make sushi.
Oh, I already learned.
You did?
Yes.
I love that.
So for, when was it? Valentine's Day this past year. Cute. My boyfriend knows that my favorite food is sushi in the whole wide world. Like if anybody knows me, that's my all-time favorite food. If you say, I want to go to an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet, I am down. I will make sure I get there no matter what. Even if I have to walk, swim, I don't care. I'm going. And thankfully, Jersey has so many great all-you-can-eat sushi places for a decent price. So I don't think I could ever leave Jersey for that reason solely.
If you go to another place like, say, California, I'm sure you could find one.
Yeah, but I feel like they would all be like, organic kale. Instead of rice, we just have kale and more kale. Like, no, I want the normal sushi. So, because Gary knows how much I love to eat sushi, he said, why don't we go to H Mart, the local Asian supermarket near us, and just pick up the things to make it. Like, we should just try it as like a date night idea instead of going out for dinner, because we had the worst experience for Valentine's Day. I think it was like 2-3 years ago. It was before the pandemic happened. Gary had like decided to make reservations for us at a really nice Mexican restaurant near us. And with the reservation, we didn't get sat for 2.5 hours after the reservation time, because they had overbooked themselves on, I think it was Open Table or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was also like one of the coldest Valentine's days that we had in a while. So we were bundled up, but people kept like, the place was so packed. We were right by the door. And I just remember, like, I was wearing heeled boots. I was like cold. My feet were hurting. There was no seats for me. I was just like, this is horrible. And like, we tried calling to see if other places were available. But of course, because it was Valentine's Day, no other place was available.
That's rough.
Yeah, so we learned after that year, we were like, maybe we do something else. Maybe we don't like go to a restaurant. Valentine's Day isn't really like a big thing for us anyways. Like, I am a true romantic at heart, and I love being shown love and being given gifts and stuff. But I'm okay with not going out to dinner for that.
Yeah. Because everywhere, no matter where you go on Valentine's Day, it's going to be packed anyway.
Exactly. And I don't like dealing with humans, so.
Yeah, me neither. My favorite thing to do, though, is make a big meal. Like, I love making a big meal for my family. Like, my mom's birthday, when we were in California, I think like 2 years ago, I made this big Italian feast.
I do remember you sent us photos, and everything looked delicious, honestly.
It was so good. I need to make it. We had to have a friend's night, and I'll make an Italian feast.
I'm down. I will cook. I will bake everything under the sun.
Okay. That's perfect. I will make some sort of pasta. I'll even make pizza. We got this.
She fancy, guys.
I could make everything from scratch. I'm not going to go make pasta from scratch. I take that back.
I did that once with a friend who she taught me how to make ravioli from scratch. It was a nightmare because they had just moved. Or not moved, but they had redone the house, so they had to pack everything up, and they had just started unpacking, and they couldn't find the attachment for the pasta maker, so we had to do everything by hand.
No.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have for that commentary. Just no.
It was delicious, don't get me wrong. I've never had a pasta more delicious. But I told her, I was like, I'm never doing this again. I hope you know this.
There is a deli in Maywood that I will just buy fresh pasta from. It's fine. The Maywood Marketplace.
Oh, yeah. You keep talking about that place.
It's so good.
Okay. I definitely need to check it out. Maybe I'll go. Are they open on the weekends?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go this week.
It's so good. Their tiramisu is my favorite tiramisu around here.
I'm on a diet, Jenny.
But it's so good. Oh, and they have oh my God. They have cannoli chips that you could dip in the cannoli dip. They also sell the dip separately, and they also they have it in a little piping bag. So if you want to pipe it, all you got to do is cut the tip off.
I'll go whenever I've lost at least 30 pounds.
And they have the cannoli shell.
Weeks, actually,
I love that. They also have the cannoli shells separately, just in case you want to put it together yourself. They make their own cold cuts.
Okay, I would go for that.
Yeah,
I can have cold cuts.
Yeah, their store-made honey ham is really good. That's my favorite. They also have a truffle ham.
Ooh,
really good.
It's not too overpowering.
Okay, so when you put it in a sandwich, you could still taste the truffle, but it won't be as bad. Like, it won't be that overpowering. If
what
that
do
makes
you
sense.
Put in your sandwich with this?
Honestly, any other cold cuts that I think would go with it. So I just put the honey ham, that ham, some sort of cheese, the vegetables, pretty much everything. And I love putting everything. They have I think the brand is like Mission, has their own carb balance wraps, so I don't have to feel bad about it.
I mean, yeah,
that's my life. Those carb balance wraps, oh my god, they're so good.
I'm not really the biggest wrap fan. I don't know why.
I wasn't, but I'm also apparently not the biggest bread person.
Oh, I love bread. That's my issue.
I have stopped eating so much bread just because I get tired of sandwiches and I feel like it's just too much.
No, I love bread. To me, bread has a home for every meal. Every opportunity would be better with
Have
bread.
you tried Walmart's everything bread?
No, I have not.
Tad on the salty side. Pretty good though.
But I have a very sensitive palate when it comes to salty foods.
I do too, and I think that's why I find it salty.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not the biggest salty person.
I'm really just like, I love like the Arnold's multigrain bread. That's kind of like my go-to. That's about it.
That the one that had like the nuts and shit on it?
I don't know if it has nuts. Maybe.
I don't know. I there was like some sort of multigrain bread that I just didn't like because I hated the texture of it. Because it had like seeds and shit in it.
Oh yeah, mine has seeds in it.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I hate the
love
texture.
it. It's so good.
I hate that texture. I'd rather
good.
just I'll just put everything in a wrap. That's my life. Putting everything in a wrap.
Nuh-uh. Just like burritos. I love the concept of a burrito, but I feel like I can never have a good enough bite where I get everything in one.
That's why you have to go and mix it, and then you got to put it in. But that's just an extra step. I'd rather just not eat a burrito. I'd rather make like a taco salad.
I mean, my go-to order is always a bowl at Chipotle for that reason.
Yeah, same.
Like I can't do the whole burrito thing. I tried it once and
it's
I was like,
not as good.
It's not. Like you get the bites of one or two ingredients alone, and then it's just like, where's the rest of it?
My favorite thing that everybody thinks I'm weird for is I'll always like go around the best places, like not like actual physical places, just like I'll eat the crust of a pizza in the middle of the pizza just so I could have a good bite at the last part.
The crust is a good bite. What are you talking about?
The crust, when it's not either dipped in sauce or has everything surrounding it, it is not a good bite.
I just don't think you've had a good enough crust.
I just don't like crust. I was never a crust person.
I appreciate all things. I believe in no waste, and that includes the crust. So I will always be eating the crust
with like sauce or something. I can't do crust by itself. It's not good. It's waste of like carbs that I would be eating.
I just don't think you have the appreciation for the simple things in life.
When was the last time you ate? Or your snack?
I just had the snack when we were having our technical difficulties of the week.
The week.
Literally, this is our second week doing this together, and we thought we figured it out last time. Do you even know what we did right this time?
Absolutely not. That's why we only record when Gary is here. Great.
Noted. Will do. At least he's gonna feel so special. He's like, you guys really need me. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like, we are not capable of doing anything like this by ourselves.
If we ever go on the road, we have to take him with us.
On the road again.
Do, 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 do. It's okay. Apparently, according to Colleen Ballinger, nobody will take you seriously on the road if you don't have a guy anyway. So he'll just be the guy.
Seriously?
Yeah, so her and Rachel were on tour together, and
sorry to interrupt you, Jenny. For anybody who doesn't know who Colleen Ballinger is,
Miranda sings.
Yeah, exactly. Miranda sings. She's the girl with like the
cutest kids
overdrawn on her lips. That's her. And yes, she has very cute kids. She has her son, and then she had twins recently, right?
Yeah.
So continue.
She was on tour as Miranda sings, and she said that when she and Rachel would try to tell anybody that there was either anything wrong or that they needed anything, they wouldn't listen to them or take them seriously. But once either Corey or their cousin went with them, as soon as one of the guys talked to them, they got everything done. Sexist.
Love that so much.
So we're going to need a Gary.
Got it. Or we could just bring Gary. He's a pretty big dude. Like, he can look intimidating when he wants.
Yeah, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, his resting bitch face is pristine.
We did not do anything on that outline per usual.
Nope, but we could talk about it next week instead.
So Karen, what's your artist of the week?
So my artist of the week, this is somebody that I've been listening to for a few years now, and I never knew who she was at first because I guess I never paid enough attention. I just really liked her vibe. But her name is Alina Baraz, something like that. So she's like a soft R&B artist. She's had a few albums come out. Her first one being from 2015. So that was the song that I picked. It's called Make You Feel. And it's just like really nice. Like, I don't know. It's just something that helps me focus, helps me relax. Nothing that, I don't know. It's just really good.
I love that.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine is one that has stuck through decades and went through hell and back and still has the best music. It is Queen JoJo.
Oh yes, we love her. We stand JoJo on this podcast.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna put the song "Come Back" without Tory Lanez because we do not stan.
Hell no.
So that's the better version anyway. It's fine. Yeah, JoJo. Queen, always great live. Oh my god.
And because we are still in the month of March, all of these artists that will be located on the podcast playlist will be female artists.
Every month is Women Month.
I mean, yes, absolutely. But we really wanted to give a special shout out to all those female artists just killing it out there.
Forever.
Yes.
Always putting in more work than anybody else, really.
Honestly.
Forever. JoJo, hell and back. Even with
yes,
the whole record label basically holding her hostage thing. Come back better than ever.
It's really sad how many artists you hear that go through these things, that keep quiet about it for years.
And the ones that you don't even realize.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. A lot of them, the reason a lot of artists just fade out is because of that. But they don't have the money to fight it, so.
Right. Or they won't believe them.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. We suck.
Yeah.
Back to the system sucking.
Right,
all right.
so,
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I think that's enough for this week.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Listen, I am trying to look hot like a tamale.